Hey, what's up, guys? Your boy Will Griffin, host of the ChillBul Podcast, back by TELLITLIKEITISPC. Man, it's Monday morning. I'm on the way to work. Huh? Also, a few kids is on the way to school. Today is officially the first day back to school for those that's going to meet up in the classrooms. Keep your mask on, stay safe. For everyone else, they will be going to virtual learning. Um, and that's major. That's a big deal because education is key to the kids' future. And the future's bright. So big ups to NC for figuring out a way to make sure our youth get their education. It's very, very, very important. Um, anyway, yes, the NBA season officially over. The 8 basketball games in the bubble that we all love. I love. I tuned in every game. Every game. If I did miss a game because I had to do something important, I definitely went into the highlights. It was crazy. The ending was amazing. The top AC. Well, you know who all in there, except for you had Memphis Grizzlies. They was in the AFC when they first got back to the bubble. But they started the bubble all very roughly. Ja and the boys. They started off with the first 4 losses before they grabbed their first win. First 4 or 5 losses and they grabbed their first win. But the 3 wins ain't enough, man. Portland was some games out coming into the playoffs. And Portland managed to fight, scratch, crawl their way into that 8th seed. Now, that's because Memphis lost some important games. And, Damian Lillard went crazy. Boy, he was already snapping. But, Clippers basically really pissed him off with the, Dame missed the clutch 2 free throws. And which a game they could have needed sooner. They actually got lucky. But Memphis helped them out along the way with them losses. But Dame missed some free throws, and Pat Beverly and Paul George, kind of rubbing it in his face. If you don't know, Dame had sent both of them guys home in the playoffs last year. The big shot, step back from like Alaska, and then I want to say 2014 when Pat Beverly was guarding playing for the Rockets. Dame came around, hit the game winner when it was up 3-2 on Houston Rockets. But anyway, what I'm getting into is the fight that Portland showed, fighting for the 8th seed. But I want to take my hat off for the Phoenix Suns. Them guys went undefeated in the bubble, led by Devin Booker, and it was amazing. I tuned in. And I had to tune in. I was kind of forced to tune in and watch, Phoenix play because they won the first game, second game, third game, fourth game, and you're like, oh snap! And I remember I was I was outside playing the courts, and I'm like, yo, and dang, I'm like, everybody lost in the bubble. Yeah, everybody lost. No, everybody didn't lose. Phoenix have lost in the bubble. See, people be writing Phoenix off each and every year because they're a struggling team. Like, so people write them off, but come to find out, they had never lost in the bubble, and that's amazing. But of course, they came short because they were so far behind. But the fight that they shown was is amazing. Like man, that's tough. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Phoenix can do as far as next year come. Shoot, they got a huge opportunity to be special if they hoop like they hooped in the bubble when the season returned back to normal. Or will they just be back to the old Phoenix ways? The losing season after losing season, people unhappy. People they just happy to get a check, but they ain't winning. It ain't winning basketball. It just like I don't know. I don't know. It's different. I never been there before, but there's no way you can't become accustomed to losing like that. Like as a man, you know, during the sport that you love the most. Anyway, yeah, but whatever. Moving on from that, man. Let's get into these playoff standings. Now that we know who's going to play who, I'm going to I'm gonna tell you who going to play who, and then I'm gonna give my predictions of like who going to win what and how many games going to take them to send the opponent home. So let's see who we start with. Let's start with the East, man. Let's start with the East. Now coming in at number one seed, the Milwaukee Bucks versus the number eight seed, the Orlando Magic. Now, game one is Tuesday, August the 18th at 1:30 p.m. All day long. We got playoff games all day long. We got playoff games all day long. Anyway, you got the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Orlando Magic. Now, I think Milwaukee gonna run through these boys, but we in the bubble, ain't no fans, no home court advantage. Everything's neutral, so it's hard to just write Orlando off like 4-0. So I'm gonna say 4-1 Milwaukee. I think Orlando going to somehow sneak one in there. 4-1 Milwaukee. I'm gonna go with that. Boom. We got the number two seed Toronto Raptors played well in the bubble versus the number seven Brooklyn Nets. Now, Brooklyn is definitely led by LeVert. The boy is a bucket. The boy could really hoop. Um, is it enough? No. Toronto, do they have any stars over there? No. But unfortunately, they have a cast that know how to win in the playoffs. Even though last year playoff was kind of like a give me. I mean, not the playoffs. As far as the championship was kind of like a give me. But they have guys who now have the experience of winning, and I think they're gonna beat the Brooklyn Nets 4-1. Yep, 4-1. I believe they're gonna beat the Brooklyn Nets 4-1. Moving on from there, you got the number three Boston Celtics versus number six Philadelphia 76ers. Now, let me get the real ones out the way. All right, okay. I was trying to fight against being biased because I'm a Philadelphia Sixers fan, but I don't care. It's Philadelphia versus everybody. I'm not going against my team. I got the Philly pulling the super upset, 4-3, 4 games to 3. I know it's a stretch due to the fact that our 6'10" PG is hurt, but we do have guys that's able to step up and be effective. We can control Jason Tatum. Not really worrying about Marcus Smart. He's a smart player. Last name, whatever. But Jaylen Brown, Boston gonna be very tough in the playoffs. Simple as that. It is what it is. These young guys get better. That is what it is. But they don't got that Terry Rozier. They ain't got that craziness at that point G spot like they did last year. That definitely was some trouble for us. But yeah, we don't got Ben either. But at the same time, we do have a big squad. We're very big. Tobias Harris and Joel Embiid, I believe, is enough. Along with our cast, I rock with our cast a lot. We got a tough cast. Like we got a very tough cast. And I think we're gonna pull the upset 4-3. That's what I'm going with. I don't care. Boston gonna be tough, like I said, but I'm going with the upset. I'm allowed to. I'm a fan. I'm biased a little bit. Anyway, moving on from there, we got the number four. Got the number four Indiana Pacers versus the number five Miami Heat. Now everybody looking forward to this. Come on, it's playoff time now. Now, last year during the season, it got intense between Jimmy Butler and T.J. Warren. This year, playoffs is that energy gonna come back. That fuck you mentality gonna come back out. It's time to go to war. I mean, it's fuck the other side. It's fuck you. Nah, fuck you. Mentality. It's the playoffs, man. And these games start on Tuesday, August the 8th at 4 o'clock. I love it. The back-to-back of the NBA playoffs is about to be crazy. Tune in. But for my predictions, even though Indiana been hooping, they dangerous. It could be dangerous too. But I like Miami cast around the support cast around Jimmy Butler, man. Shooters and Harold and the other boy and the way Bam been hooping. Yeah, TJ been rocking out. But at the same time, they met before the playoffs started. TJ had 12 points at the half and 0 points in the second half. Not saying they shut him down because he really just stopped shooting, and everybody wanted to see that TJ versus Jimmy atmosphere, which he kind of went away from. Yeah. So it's gonna be very interesting to see. This is gonna be tough, but I'm definitely taking Miami Heat over Indiana just because of the winning experience. They had Wade. Some of them guys are still there. Has them still on the bench. Guys that won that championship. Guys that know that conversation, know how to start that conversation, that winning conversation, that winning mentality clicking during the playoffs. The overcome adversity. They had those guys that have been in those moments, and I think that they're going to be fine this series, and I think they're going to win this series 4-3. I'm not gonna say they're gonna bust. They're gonna kill him because Oladipo, he's known to fucking dig deep inside him and bring out this animal mentality. So yeah, yeah. I'm rocking 4-3 Miami. Anyway, let's get over to the West Side. I know y'all waiting for it. The West Side. Everybody love the West Side. West Side's always been the West Side been the best conference in basketball in a long time. And even with LeBron James and all them guys on the other side, but now hold on 1 second. I just drove by the site where those kids they had lost their life in that car wreck earlier this summer. RIP to them. Man, special prayers out to their family. You know, if you listen to this, go pick up your best pair of shoes. Rocking for Justin, the little kid who lost his life. He was very highly into basket. He's highly into like sneakers. He had a sneaker collection. That's what he was into. And so I just looked down at my shoe. I got the royal blue futures on my feet. I just click them together. Um, I'm not really a shoe person, but he was a shoe person. And just special prayers out to his family. Um, anyway, moving on from there. Boom. I get this thing rocking. I'm going to the west side, the live side. Anyway, Los Angeles Lakers versus the number 8 Portland Trail Blazers. Now, you know who coming in as the hottest team in the West? The Portland Trail Blazers. Everybody talking about it. All over Facebook, you see Portland is 7. I mean, what I'm talking about. Yeah, Portland is 7. Why, did I see Portland is 7? I think I did see somebody say 4-3 Portland. Anyway, everybody like 4-1 Portland. That's a stretch. 4-2 Portland. That's a stretch. Come on, man. I don't care if the West Side barely know about playoff Bron, zero dark 30 Bron. Come on, man. It's different, man. He coming as your number 1 seed. Bron is different in the playoff. Now, he very passive, He very passive. We all know that. That's what some of us grew to love about him, But Brian can't get a bucket. Don't get it confused. Brian, in them finals that he did take them L's, due to the fact that his supporting cast, his important cast was hurt. Brian definitely averaged over 30 points with over 10 assists and over 10 rebounds. Yes, Brian going to score that ball. Yes. All right, go ahead. Stop and shoot if you want to. Brown will be coming downhill and taking off on y'all. Man, y'all crazy. Man, y'all crazy. But I am rocking with Portland. I am because of the fact that Logo Dane, Big Shot Dane, Dane Dollar, what time is it, Dane? My bad. I'm acting like them sports analysis. But you get what I'm saying. I'm excited. Basketball is back. Basketball been back since for eight games. Super excited. Thank you God for letting humanity pull this off. I'm ready to watch NBA basketball, and I do have, even though everybody's been disrespectful with their picks, but I do have the Lakers winning this series 4-2. I'm not gonna go 4-3. It's gonna be tough. Melo back to Melo. That's cool. Hoodie Melo. They can have Hoodie Melo. They can have New York City Melo. They can have Syracuse Melo. They can have Denver Nugget Melo. I don't think it's enough. CJ Buckella, which is busting Jai ass. Somebody he can't guard me. Of course he can't guard you. You're a vet, and you had all kinds of real defense thrown at you. And this young fella got to figure it out. But that's another story. I just don't. Oh, Nurkic's been balling too. Welcome back, White House. Man, they really got a squad. Damn, Portland got a squad, but I don't think this is the year for that squad to click. I think next year we're gonna see something special out of that squad, but this ain't the year for that squad to click like that. It's not. It's just not. It is what it is. And I got the Lakers winning 4-2. Moving on from there, got the Los Angeles Clippers versus Dallas. Now this is gonna be a tough series because if the home fans was to play a role in this, then it's easy to write Dallas off. Get them up out of here. 4-0, 4 no, that's tough. 4-1 easy. But since there's no home fans, and your boy Doncic's gonna hoop, yeah, little playoff experience in the United States, whatever. Boom. But I think I got the Clippers taking this 4-2. Right, 4-2. I want to say 4-3, but Dallas ain't where they need to be yet. They're not really a contender yet. Yeah, they got a squad, but they supporting cast. They got ability to put the ball in the rim, but they don't really be shooting that thing like that yet. I'm not gonna go ahead and say, you know, I'm not gonna no. We're not gonna even gonna do it. We're not gonna do that. I'm not gonna entertain that. I got 4-2 Clippers. Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Pat Billy for defense. They picked up Reggie Jackson. The experience is out of control. Harold been balling out of control. Yeah, I'm not even gonna go through all that. I'm not even gonna take none of that. I'm gonna go 4-2 Clips for the dub. Number 3 Denver Nuggets versus number 6 Utah Jazz. Boom. Not gonna write off Utah due to the fact that there's no fans. I'm gonna keep speaking that. It's different when there's no fans and then you have a neutral site. I mean, it's you. You barely know the rim. We barely know the rim. We just here to showcase our talent. But I will say I'm gonna go with the Denver Nuggets. They're just too big, I think, and they guard play crazy. Even though they're missing some key players, but the fact that they got Boy unexperienced, but he do a lot of things well, and he's very athletic and he's very long. Pause. Um, they also got Porter Jr. He been hooping, he been balling. I think these guys got to. I think they gonna beat. I think they gonna win 4-3. Um, that's tough to say. Denver good every year. I want to say 4-2, but it's hard to tell what Spider gonna do. You know, it's hard to tell what number 45 over in the Utah Jazz jersey gonna do. Because we all know he can go. He can go up another level. Come on, he sent OKC home. Y'all forget? He sent OKC home. He did hooping, balling. So it's gonna be tough to see what happens. And then, man, they just got one of the best centers in the league. They got a squad too, but I'm gonna rock with 4-2 Denver over Utah. Number 4 Houston Rockets versus number 5 Oklahoma City. This is gonna be a tough one. If Steven Adams can grab every single rebound, then I could get the edge 4-3 to Oklahoma City because they got the general, the Chris Paul, so it ain't gonna be a breeze. You're not just gonna come in and bust their ass. I don't care. Westbrook is a little injured, banged up, but I don't care. He ain't gonna flat out bust Chris Paul ass. And Chris Paul not gonna flat out bust his ass. I mean, he will win this battle though. At the point guard spot. But you got what about James Harden? No one can guard James Harden. Guys that come into the league known for defense only still struggle to guard James Harden. He gonna make you dance, bucket on your head. Step back drive, give it to you floater, give it to you layup, might take off and dunk on you. You never know how you're gonna give it to you, but each game you're gonna get something from him. It is what it is. So since you ain't gonna stop him, if you can focus on stopping everyone else, then it's gonna be even tough to stop, Westbrook because he's an MVP as well. They got a battle on their hands, man. They got a whole battle on their hands. But I'm gonna take the edge over Oklahoma. I'm gonna go with the Houston Rockets winning 4-3 over Oklahoma. That's what I'm gonna go with. Yeah, that's why I gotta rock with that. I gotta take that. Um, it's gonna be a tough game. We all know it's gonna be a good series, but yes, I am rocking with Houston over Oklahoma. Shout out to Chris Paul. I know most of my people from all over. Big ups to everybody listening to my podcast, but the ones that tune in from North Carolina, I know you Chris Paul fanatics. I know you from Oklahoma State. I get it. Yeah, that's being biased. It's still not enough to go against the Houston Rockets. I don't care what nobody say. It's not enough. But anyway, yo, this is my picks, my predictions. Moving forward, playoff games start very soon. Tune in, man. Man, it's gonna be fun, man. I get to watch it on the 75-inch Samsung TV. I'm tuned in, man. I love it. I love it. Ain't even start yet. Basketball is back. Thank you so much. Quick couple shout outs, man. Um, Shout out to Tell Like It Is PC, man. You gotta tune into the group, man. Tune into the group. The Tell Like It Is PC podcast radio group on Facebook. Look, please keep your feelings out of the group. Stop getting so personal. Yes, Facebook did put me in the share jail, whatever it's called, because people were reporting the fact that I share some contents and I give my take on it. But that's what I'm gonna do. I don't care who you are. If you post anything in sports, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna share it, and us in the sports world, we're gonna we're gonna have conversation on that stuff. And don't stop. This is business, not personal. So keep your personal feelings out of it. If you're emotional, just go ahead and unfollow the group right now because there's no wrong and right answer. You know, and no one's getting paid to have the right opinion or make the right statements over the next person. There's no money. Like no one gotta really tune in what you're saying, and that's life. People not gonna automatically agree with what you gotta say out your mouth. That's just how life goes, and you know this. Big up to Rock Out Sports, man. Rock Out Sports, you know, team Rock Out AAU. Um, yo, Friday was love. How many kids I had? I had probably about a total of 22 kids. 12 each sessions. Good split up from rising third, rising fourth. Um, we're building. We not really rebuilding, but we're adding. We never subtracting. This ain't one of them programs where I'm gonna swap out the kid or that kid didn't get better. He gotta go with bring this kid in to make the program strong. You don't build loyalty that way. And we are a family-oriented type of team, type of AAU program. We are very close. We do things together. And moving forward, we want to build the loyalty. Loyalty is important. The third grade year was a lot different, a lot better on my take than the second grade year. Thank you so much to the parents that bought in when I'm selling, that was loyal. Um, Trust me, if you feel sometimes, um, sometimes your intentions can be so pure. You could be so great. You could be so good for the people, and it still might not be enough for some people. And I'm well aware of that, and I'm 1,000% fine with that. So if you don't feel like Rock Out is a great fit, you don't feel like what I'm doing for the kids is enough for you, spread your wings, go be great somewhere else. I'ma love you still. It's gonna be all love when we see you, but understand that when we see you and play your child, you're an enemy for that game. So if the game is only 20 minutes, 25 minutes, you're an enemy for 25 minutes. It is what it is. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, once again, um, we family. Those are my shout outs to my program. Tune into the local businesses. It's crazy out here. Remember, today is the first day of school. Kids, please be safe. If you are, face-to-face learning, be safe, stay masked up. Um, you know, um, Enjoy your day. If it's virtual learning, tune in, check your routers, check your Wi-Fi connections, and learn. Kids are the future, and the future is bright. Um, Thank you. Stay masked up. 2020. I love you. Follow us on social media and stay blessed. Enjoy the rest of your day.